Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming course. In the previous lecture, we learned about strings. We explored indexing, slicing string methods, reversing strings, and counting vowels. Today we are going to learn one of the most useful data structures in Python, that is lists. Lists are used in almost every real-world application. For example, a list of student names, a shopping cart in an online store, employee records, product prices, cricket scores, mobile contacts. Instead of creating many variables, Python allows us to store multiple values inside a string variable using a list. Let's understand how. What is a list? A list is a collection of multiple values stored in a single variable. Lists are written using square brackets. For example, I show you here. I have made a string here. So student here is a variable name I made here, which is also known as strings. If I use brackets here, and the Rahul, Priya, Amit, and Sneha are called four values. These values are called as elements. So when I'm going to print it, it will give me a list of students, as you can see here. So list can be used to store multiple data in a same string. If I check its type, again run it, as you can see here, classes list. So list can store multiple data types such as numbers, strings, boolean value, and all the data types. Now let's create a program to store the name of fruits. I'll make a fruits variable and store some fruits data type in it. Double quotes, as I'm using strings, banana, comma, strings again, papaya, then mango, and when I print it, as you can see here, it got printed banana, papaya, mango. Now we store strings in it. Now we will store some numbers. For example, marks of students, marks brackets, someone got 12, 15, 30, 50, and when we print it, marks, as you can see here, these integer values also got printed. If I check its type, again run it, this is same as list, but I have stored integer values in it. Now we will make a mixed list. We will also include a boolean value. For example, Rahul, a string here, an integer, a boolean value which is true, and also fractional value, and let's print it. As you can see here, multiple data types got printed, strings, integer, and boolean. But if you can, in real projects, as developers tend to use the similar data together. Now for assessing the list elements in Python, we can also use indexing here, just like strings. For example, if I want to print the Rahul here, I will use the string and indexing here. Indexing will also start from 0 from here. If I want the first one, I will choose the 0, which is Rahul. If I choose the second one, I'll use 1, and this is 12. If I want to choose the last one, I'll use -1. which is 12.5, which is correct. So it also we have also seen that now we'll use the list slicing similar as the string slicing. If I want to use from 0 to 1, it will give us the first two data types. Okay, goes from 0 to n minus 1, so I made a mistake here to only print the first one only, so I have to write 2 here, Rahul and 12. If I choose minus 1, again everything is printing except the last one. Now we will change the list elements, but you were wondering if strings are immutable, but lists are mutable. You can change any of the elements in it. For example, this is the list here made, and I want to change the first element to any other, for example Diya, and I want to print all the list. You can see here list got changed because lists are immutable. You can change it, modify its values. Now we can add elements in the saved list. For example, this is the list made. I will use it again. Comment it down, x dot, using append function. I can add anything. For example, I again add string here. It will come to the last one. I have to print it. You can see here hello got printed. I don't have to write print here. You can see here hello got added in the string in the last. Now if we want to insert into a specific position, you can use the insert function also, using the same insert. Comment it down, insert hello at the first like second position. I'll use second, then comma. It will get into the second position to second slice. This is 1 0 1 and second one. Hello got here printed. Now we can also remove element from the specific strings by using the remove function. Just use string variable name, then remove. I want to say remove Rahul, and now if I print it, see here Rahul got deleted from the string. Now if we want to remove element using its index, you can also do that by using the pop function, which removes elements using its index. Using pop, and then I want to remove if you want to remove 12 from here, I will use 1, and when I do it, 12 got deleted. If you don't give the indexing here, it will remove the last element of the string. As you can see, 12.125 got deleted. Now you will use delete function also here, which is del. If you use del variable name, then its index, which is true, I use 2, index is true, it will delete the index 1, which is true, got deleted from here. Now we can also use length function to calculate the length of the string. For example, it has length 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll use length function. As you can see here, length is 4. Now you can also use membership operator in here. For example, if I check whether Rahul is there or not, print Rahul in variable which is true. If I change it random, it gives us false. Now looping through strings, you can also print the strings one by one. For example, I want to print Rahul, then 12, then true, then 12.5. I can do that using the for loop for in range or in x. It is easier to do. Print x. As you can see here, it got printed 4 times. I here. Now as you can see, Rahul, then 12, then true, then 12.5. You can store its data here, which you can use then later. Now we will use the sorting list, which for example, if you have random numbers and you want to range from ascending order, you can also do that by using the sort method. Now x dot sort, I'll make a new string here. I'll put numbers randomly. Dot sort and then print it. As you can see, it got in ascending order. If I want to change it to reverse order, you can use reverse equals to true to change it into a descending order. And see here 500, 90, 80, 50 and 10. Now you can also reverse the list. For example, I want to have 12 in the beginning, then true, then 12, then Rahul. You can do by the string slicing or using the reverse function, which is x dot reverse print x. As you can see here, our list got reversed. Now you can also take out the minimum and a maximum from the list of numbers. For example, I want to have the highest marks from the class. Just take this string for example, and I want the maximum. Print x using max function, max of ex1 print it. It will give us 500. If I want minimum, I use main function to take out the minimum one, which is 10 in this list. Now you can also take out the sum using the sum function of the string. Using the sum function, sum of ex1, it gave us the 713 as answer, which is correct. Now we'll make a program to find the largest number in the string. How can we do that? Let's see. Suppose I have a string here. I'll copy it down. And I want the maximum of this. I'll make a string here. Max of ex1, print a. As you can see here, 500 is the maximum number. Now we'll find the average, which will be sum over the length of string. Let's find it out. Make a variable, another variable again. Average will take sum of the string ex1 and divide it by length of ex1. It should give us the average. As you can see here, for 146, which is correct. So you can use the strings also in countless ways. Also, now we'll make a even number counter in a string. I'll use the same string here. Using for loop, I'll calculate even numbers. For I num x1, if I %2 is even, counting should be +1. Current avg, I'll make a count variable and give it a 0. Now if we calculate, there is avg. Okay, now again run it, which is 5. So we have 1 2 3 4 5, all are even numbers, so it gave us 5. If I change it to it should give us now 4, which is correct. Now we'll see the nested list, which are also known as list inside list. For example, you have seen the matrix in your mathematics class, which come out as this one. Let me write. As you can see here, I have made a list matrix here, and if I print it, as you can see here, there is a list inside another list. These lists are known as nested lists. Now you can also copy a list by using another variable. For example, if you have one list and want to copy it to another variable, so you want to make changes to the testing variable, you can do that. If you print b, it has taken the same values as matrix. But there is another way to copy it perfectly by using the copy variable. If you choose the same, just use dot copy function. It makes changes are same, but it's correct the way. Now before wrapping our today's session, we will see some common beginners mistakes. The first mistake will be sizing an invalid index. again, because if you take indexing out of range, it will give the same error. Matrix, as you can see here, list is index out of range. Now mistake number 2 will be using parentheses instead of square brackets. You should use these brackets. These are called square brackets. If you use some other brackets, for example these parentheses, it will not work. As you can see, these are called tuple. We will come to it, but this is not a list, so always use square brackets for making the list. Now mistake number 3 will be trying to remove the some values which doesn't even exist. For example, if I remove something from this list, remove for example 3, it should remove. Okay, I have to make it a list again. And print it. Three gets removed, but if I take some another element which doesn't even exist, list dot remove x is not in the list, so it's a value error. Now today's homework will be making a student storing student marks in a list. So I'll tell you the basic things to how can you make. You first have to make a empty list, then take input from the user using the loop, then append it into the list, empty list. Then you have to print it, the all the marks the students you have taken, and also try to print the maximum marks in the class, and then the minimum, and then the average of the class marks. So combining this lecture, it was very nice. We raised our bar. So what I have learned today, we have learned what is a list and how to create them, their indexing, negative indexing, slicing, updating the elements, append function, insert, remove, pop, delete, length, sort, reverse, maximum, minimum, and the sum function, looping, nested lists, copying list, and some of the common mistakes. And we have made given a project today, so we have to make that. So lists are one of the most widely used data structures in Python because they allow us to manage multiple values efficiently. You have to use them in almost every Python project, from simpler programs to advanced applications. In the next lecture, we'll learn about tuples in Python and understand how different from list, when to use them, and why immutable data can be useful. Thank you for watching. Practice all the list methods and student marks project, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you. Peace out.